What's going on, man? Charlie in the... Hold on, Greg. Listen. Something don't sound right there, people. Let me check it out. Freaking empty, dude. Forgot to fill it up. Wasn't prepared. So give me a minute. Watch this and we'll get this video started. Hold on.
Mexicano immigrants' rights community. We're out here protesting too. Because Wall Street and all these politicians get rich off the poor who do the hard work. Wall Street gets rich off chemicals and things that we gotta live by, or that poor people are forced to buy to stay alive. So the only way that this system will be cured is if this system is destroyed. It must be destroyed. And I don't care if we're sitting in front of the federal building. I don't care if the Republican Party or the Tea Party hears this. This system must be destroyed. If not, all of us will be destroyed because it'll eat us alive, just like they say. The machine is there, we gotta rage against that machine. So join together.
What's going on, man? Charlie in the box. Check it out. Look at what I got in my box today's gonna be. Feel hear it? I feel lit up. Not me, but they did. Your government and your media. Because it doesn't matter how much lies they tell us. They want us to keep looking at the TV. Because they have our best interest at hand. But I believe as Americans, we have to start paying attention to what the other hand is doing. So let's get this video started. See, Americans didn't heed the warning of some of our founding fathers, like Benjamin Franklin. He said, "It is in the region of ignorance that tyranny begins." Quote 2, "Being ignorant is not so much a shame as being unwilling to learn." So are you unwilling to learn? I don't think so. That's why you guys watch Charlie Box each and every week, so I can break it down like this. So let's look at what the other hand is doing. See, in this hand right here, you got the media and the government story telling you guys each and every time, because they keep pounding it in our heads. And right now, what's being pounded in our heads is that basketball guy, right? And he came out that he was gay. And we have to talk to his fiance. And you know what? Behind that is we got that Boston bombing. Luckily, we caught the 2 suspects, right? Oh, well, actually 1, because the other guy's dead. And luckily, a concerned citizen found him, and the United States government went over there and pumped a bunch of rounds into that boat. And luckily for his sake, he came out alive. But they had to do an emergency surgery on him, heavily medicate him, and now, hopefully for our sake, he gets to tell his side of the story, because it kind of reeks of a false flag event. That's what's happening in this hand. But on the other hand, what comes before 2? 1. How about the first bombing suspect? You guys remember, let's just pretend on Monday they caught the guy. We got a Saturday National, we caught the terrorist, right? The guy who did it. But by Tuesday afternoon, within a 24-hour period, he's not a suspect no more. What happened in between that time? Well, in the middle was an unplanned meeting from the Prime Minister of Saudi Arabia with your President Obama. And Obama, after having that meeting with him, emergency secret meeting, that he sent his wife over to go visit that guy in the hospital and make sure that he's doing all right, right? And now they have to deport the dude. He's not a suspect more, just get him out of here. But in this hand, now we got 3 more suspects trying to cover up that stuff. But how about over here? Are they covering up anything? How about Congressman Jeff Duncan? He went and had a meeting with Secretary Napolitano, and she said that
those droids aren't yours.
But Jeff says, I don't understand. How's he a suspect today, but he's a suspect yesterday, but not today? It doesn't matter to you. Why? Because you're not paying attention to what this hand is doing. Now this hand right here, right? But the party's over here, party's over there, party's over where? Is the NFL draft. You guys seen it, right? You guys seen the NFL draft? Yeah! Make sure my football team gets it. Yeah! First round pick. I don't know anything about football, but yeah! Party over here, right? This is what they keep pumping before that gay basketball player. Right here, the party's over here, right? But in this hand over here, how about any real terrorist threats? On this hand, what they're not saying and what wasn't being told too much was this guy, John McAfee. He came from South America, right? Look up this thing. He had an interview with InfoWars, Alex Jones, right? And he said that when he was over there in South America, he seen that men, terrorists from the Middle East were coming down over there. And they were changing their names, their identities, and then processing bombs. You believe it? Bombs. And with ricin in it. Kind of like on this hand what they're saying about those 2 letters that went to the congressman and went to the president. But in a massive scale over here. They said that they're producing it because they just grows in the backyard or in a field. And when they smash the ricin all down and they put it in a bomb and blow it up and it goes into the atmosphere, when it goes into your lungs and the inside of you, it just starts deteriorating you from the inside. And there's no cure for it. There's no antibiotic. And you're gonna die. But in this hand, we don't have to pay attention to it because that ain't no threat. But in this hand, right here, before the gay guy, the football, and all that bombing, those Boston bombing, right? Remember in this hand what they were telling us? It was about gun control. They have to pass the legislation now. Because this hand is telling you now the American people want it. And this hand is because of that scene massacre at that church, that temple. That Asian guy that went to the college and started shooting up all his classmates. That Batman shooting at late night premiere. And you guys remember Sandy Hook where all those little kids lost their lives. And that's what this hand, because it was urgent that they restrict assault weapons from the American people. Take them out of the hands of criminals, right? Or make you register yours. But in this hand, right here, right in this hand, because we have to pay attention to what this hand is. What did the United States government do? Have you guys ever heard of Project Gun Runner? I want to bet a lot of people ain't heard of it, right? But what they wanted to do was track guns coming from Mexico to the United States or vice versa. But they needed to make it a little bit more easier for them because it was a little bit too hard for the United States government and the Department of Homeland Security. So what they did with the Department of Justice, they bought thousands upon thousands of guns with Operation Fast and Furious. And then they got all those guns from American gun dealers and shipped them over to the Mexican drug cartels. And they're estimating from 40 to 60,000 Mexicans have died because of that drug cartel's drug war over there. And then those guns ended up coming back because they traced them, right? Because they have to take care of our homeland. You know how they do. They take care of us. The Department of Homeland Security, they love us. They're protecting us. With this hand, well, as those guns came back into America, a few of our Border Patrol agents died. Really sad. And they're estimating because of those guns, because of Operation Fast and Furious, that anywhere from 200 to 400 Americans have died too because of these guns that the United States government has bought and they put into the system to all these illegal people doing drug transactions, gangs, and a lot of urban warfare. But you know what? We don't need to pay attention to this hand. But in this hand right here, right? This hand right here, they say Americans need to pass that legislation. But in this hand, it's a freaking lie. They're just saying that. Americans don't want that. But the media tells you the government is saying it. So they repeat it. But if you look at Americans today, they're buying an astronomical amount of guns and ammo. Suiting up for something because they're afraid of something. I don't know what it is. Is it government? I don't know. But a Barrett 50 caliber a year ago cost $5,000. But the demand is so high today, it's going for $25,000. But listen to this hand, and you better not question this hand. So what do we as people have to do? We have to take back our government, our country. Because these people keep lying to us, and these people over here aren't at our best interest. See, the number one threat today, the Department of Homeland Security says, is patriot groups, or people that are anti-government. But as Thomas Paine said this, it is the duty of a patriot to protect his country from its government. So that's what I'm trying to do today. People, the country is me and you. The government are the ones doing all this tyranny to us. It is such a great responsibility as people to understand that. And let me explain it to you like I explained it to my son. Well, my son got 18, my oldest one. And I told him like this, I got 2 hands right here for you right now. And this hand, everything is going to stay the same. Don't worry about it. Mom and dad will take care of you in every aspect. And you still have to be treated like a little boy. But in this hand right here, it's complete undeniable freedom. But in this hand, now you have to take care of yourself. You have to provide for yourself and take care of it and do what's best for your own interest. Not me and mom telling what you can and cannot have, but what you want. But there's great responsibility in having freedom. And it's the same thing to you guys. See, the reason why our country's failing, even the reason why you feel that it's hopeless and there's really nothing you can do about it, because we as people believe the government were the ones that were going to take care of all these things. But in having a republic, maybe democracy the government would do it, but in a republic, as we were given by our founding fathers, there was great responsibility to us as people to uphold and know such structure of government with checks and balances. They cannot spend more money than they bring in. The Congress can only issue the currency, and that God grants rights, not government. So I believe today we really have to start paying attention to what both hands are doing and what the truth is. Because if not, we're headed down the road of tyranny. What did George Washington say up here? He said, if the freedom of speech is ever taken away, dumb and silent like sheep, we will be led to the slaughter. So America, wake up, people. Start sharing this information. Start looking all these things up. Because if not, we deserve exactly what's coming our way. So I'll leave you guys each and every time the exact same way. If you're not going to do everything in power to restore your life, liberty, and this country, baby, you're going to do everything in power to destroy it. Charlie Box out.